Hello, this is just a quick guide to the Proving Grounds Grandmaster Nightfall. This Grandmaster Nightfall has anti-barrier and unstoppable champions, also solar threats, so you take way more damage from solar damage, which I recommend having solar resist on for. It's also solar surge and strand surge this week, so that's why we're using solar linears. However, if you're doing it on a different week where it's void surge, I'd recommend void linears. So you can see we've all got some type of solar linear on. I'll explain why later. I've got Skyburner's Oath, which again I'll go through a bit later, with Starfire Protocol Warlock. We have two Starfire Protocols. Reop's bringing another one, because Well of Radiance is very strong. He's also got Anti-Barrier for Wishender, Enigma with the Unstoppable Glaive, and another Solar Linear. Frozen is bringing the Sleeper, which again, another Solar Linear, which is really good, and also Anti-Barrier and Unstop with the Strand Titan subclass. Strand Titan's really good with all the suspend, not just from the barricades, but suspend grenades as well, which you'll see used quite a lot to incapacitate a lot of the enemies and make them easy. At the start here, you want to hang to the left, go up the left side. We're going to skip most of those enemies and we'll take out the turret here first. With the turret dead, you can turn around and find the Unstoppable that's lower down on the hill and take out the Unstoppable together. The Unstoppable dead, we want to next take out the Anti-Barrier. Anti-Barrier sometimes sits a bit back there, or as you can see just below us. Now where it is right now is kind of a dangerous spot, because the other ads can shoot us. Should be able to take care of it here though. Alright, with them dead, we're going to keep pushing up the left hand side. We're going to get another Unstoppable spawn in a second as well. We'll spawn in the middle there where that phalanx is. As we keep going up the left, you do want to make sure the turrets have been taken care of. Can't see one on the right anymore. Looks like someone took out the one in the middle, and Frozen's taking out the one on the left up here as well. Because we're going to hang out on the left up here as our kind of safe spot for the duration of the next part. And with the turrets already being dead, makes it a lot better. With all the champions and most of the enemies dead, the boss will spawn. You can see another Unstoppable coming down as well. You want to take out the little ads first before targeting the boss, because the ads can keep throwing grenades at you, and obviously the Unstoppable will push you. And up here is relatively safe from the boss. Now once all the ads are dead, we're going to get the boss to half health, and we're going to have some enemies spawn to our left. An Unstoppable here as well. Looks like it's already finishable. Now the reason I'm using Skyburner's Oath is for the shield generator in the middle there. So this boss used to not have a stomp, and you'll see in other guides we just went and stood next to the boss and it wouldn't stomp us and we could shoot the shield generator while inside the bubble. However, Bungie added a stomp to him now, so you can't do that anymore. Instead, we can just use Skyburner's Oath and just shoot straight through the shield. It makes it super safe, especially if you come down to where I am. The boss is behind on the left, so he can't see me. So you can just get an easy shot and destroy the shield without any deaths or any issues. Once that's dead, we can just take out the boss like normal. When we get inside the tank, I believe the main tank room with the interceptors is the hardest part of the GM. So you do want to try and make sure you play safe during this section up here. I'll show you where the relative safe spots are, where to play, and also how to make the tank section of it really easy as well. We can basically make all the ads run to the back of the room.
My war machine purrs. She hungers for battle. Have you the same appetite? You crawl through an Imperial tank, fighting against an army. For what? Be reasonable, Guardians. While there is shame in surrender, I am merciful. You all but demanded this country.
Alright, when we get up to the top here, we want to go to the left. I personally like the left barrier. You could go right as well, doesn't really matter. But we want to get behind the barriers, take out the close enemies and also the snipers. With them dead, there will be an interceptor that comes down the bottom here. Now, they can sometimes splash damage you through the shield, however, we should be okay for the most part, and we want to take care of a lot of the ads that are running towards us. There's anti-barriers and the bosses as well. And don't forget, if you're standing in a well of radiance, you can do anti-barrier damage. That's why my sniper is now an anti-barrier sniper, and same with the linear. So using your wells here is very handy. We've still got enemies pushing us, so we're just going to keep taking them out. Once all the main threats of the enemies that do push us are dead, we'll start taking out the interceptors. Looks like the team's already destroyed this one though, but you can shoot through here. With enough enemies dead, it does spawn these dogs from the left and right hand side. So we still have this one barrier left alive though. So just took care of. Now this boss here can be a different boss. Sometimes it's the Scion, sometimes it's a Centurion. Just random which one you get. We're taking out this right interceptor quite safely, just peeking it. Once all of them are dead, and we have no other enemies left in the room, we can take out the far interceptor. It can't shoot you from this far away, but if you get too close, like where Frozen is, it can one-shot you. So we're going to take it out from back here, and then that way we'll be ready for the tanks. So when the tanks spawn, I'm going to pop my well, and I'll be targeting the right-hand tank, while the rest of the team targets the left, and we want to destroy the legs on the tank as fast as we can, and then it makes the rest of the room really safe. There we go. Right tank's dead, left tank's dead. Now what's going to happen once both tanks are dead, the enemies are actually just going to run to the back. If we just wait long enough, we can even wait behind the shields if we want to. You can see they all start running to the back, and they stop running forward. So when all the tanks are dead, they just hang out on the very back there, and it makes this whole area very, very safe. You could just literally AFK now, and it wouldn't even matter, because you can see they all just go to the very back of the room. So now it makes it easy, and we can deal with it as quickly or slowly as we like. Use range to take care of the rest of the ads, take care of the anti-barriers. If you're having trouble shooting them from back here, you can start moving forwards, using the boxes as cover. If you take out the smaller ads first, it does make killing the anti-barriers a lot easier as well. And because we're so far away, the anti-barriers can't actually kill us. They will be able to when we get closer though. Use some heavy if there is some. You do want to make sure you've saved some linear for that tank section there. We had Frozen on Sleeper, because Sleeper does do a lot of body shot damage to the tanks as well. The tanks used to face their back legs to you at first, so you could destroy the back legs and then the front legs as they came out. Looks like they just spawned facing forward now, so you can only see the front legs. So having something like a Sleeper, or something that does good body shot damage, does help destroy the tanks as well after you've killed the two legs.
According to Amanda, you'll emerge near the power relays.
Guardians, I have prepared further challenges for you. A banquet of
As we drop down to
combat
these next
to test
sections
your
here,
resolve.
there's quite a few
You seek
anti-barriers.
to drive a knife
Make
into
sure you
the
use your
heart
well of
my
radiances,
tank.
and remember that
My
well
troops
does have
will defend
anti-barrier
its
by
life
default.
with theirs.
So not only are you very safe with the max healing that you get in a well, but you can also take out the anti-barriers as long as you're using a weapon that doesn't have a different type of champion mod on it. So I won't be able to use my Skyburner's Oath because that's unstoppable. But I'll get anti-barrier on the sniper and the linear, as you can see in the bottom left right now. It's got a little anti-barrier symbol on them. So in the next section where we get a couple of anti-barriers, the well works really well. Can even use things like Witherhoard as anti-barrier too, but you do have to make sure that you're holding the Witherhoard to get the anti-barrier effect from it. And you do want to try and be careful from the rocks. That's why I don't like sitting in the middle of the gap there very long. I like to push forward and get out of there. And same with here. We can stay back in this area, not push too far forward to try and stay away from the rocks, but when we do push forward, we can use that box as some cover. So right here with the box. Now with all those enemies dead, and when that spawns, there's going to be adds that spawn behind us. So not only the axe guys on the top right, but then all the adds and the anti-barrier on the left as well. Now it's the axe guys that can push us really far, so we want to try and take care of them. Just got my well. Then we can peek around the corner and take care of the anti-barrier and the other adds. You can see Shran Titan's putting in work with all the suspends that we're getting on those champions and bosses. Oh, you already picked it up. There's going to be an unstoppable and an anti-barrier on the right hand side in the next room. You want to stay back here, kind of where Reops is, unless you're a Shran Titan. You can use all your supers here as well, because you'll get more when we get to the boss room. There's no need to worry about holding on to them. When we get into the boss room, there's areas that I find safer from a lot of the attacks that the boss does to you, not just his normal attack, but the big solar balls that he shoots at you. So I'll try and show you where the best place to stand. It does change per phase, because the boss kind of roams different areas in each phase as well. So at the start here, I don't like standing at the bottom. I do see some teams stand behind the cover here, but the boss has the high ground and he can just shoot down at you, so I don't like staying down here. I instead like going to that back corner down there. Now we do have to dodge the initial wave of solar missiles that come out, solar balls, but it's quite easy because you can use the oven down here as cover. You can just hide in here and all the solar balls will track the roof. If you stay in here too long, it does turn on, but you can use that as really good cover. Also, because of this angle, the boss being in the middle, they can just hug back here, and all the solar missiles go into the wall as well. When the adds do spawn though, you don't want to focus them straight away. You can have 2 legionnaires and a phalanx each side, but if all 3 of you are here, can easily take them out. The other ones will jump to the middle. You can slowly take them out as they come around. Then focus back on the boss. Looks like we still have the phalanx up. And when the boss does this attack, again, if you want, you can either go behind this wall, or you can shoot the solar balls if you want. When the boss gets to a third health, we're going to have 2 unstoppable champions spawn. We're going to work together to kill those. Again, we'll stay on the left side first. I'll pop my well and then we can take out the first unstoppable champ. There we go. So I'm going to pop my well here. The other unstoppable will start coming around the top towards us as well. So just be careful of when he gets around the corner.
He's coming along now.
There we go. Now you can either wait out the solar attacks. He does, I believe, around like 13 to 15 attacks and then eventually stops. Or the reason I'm using Skyburner's Oath is we can just shoot straight through the shield. When you're waiting out the attacks, you can go where Frozen is right there, or the solar balls will track into the wall, as you can see, so it makes them very safe. But because we have Skyburner's Oath, I can just shoot the shield generator anyway. We don't have to get close to the boss, don't have to play dangerous. Because even when he stops his attacks, he can still kill you quite easily with his normal cannon when you get close to him. When the shield generator goes, we're going to get 3 adds on each side again. Just take those out. The boss can move a bit closer as well than in the previous phase, but we're still going to stay back here. Just find it a bit safer. Frozen staying in the same spot as well, so we can bait most of the solar balls over there. There is a little bit of a trick with his crit spot. You can see in between the 2 wings. It actually counts as his back crit, and you can do a little bit more damage if you do that. If you're having trouble with that, just shoot him in the head like normal. You just get a little bit more damage if you can. Hit the little spot between his wings up there. It only works when he's really facing you though. If he's facing side on, it doesn't work as well. Once we get into the next third, we're going to get 2 more unstoppable champs spawn. We're actually going to go to the other end of the room when that happens though, because we don't want to be next to him when he's launching solar balls down at us. So you can see he's going to run up to the top, and we're going to run all the way down the other end. You're going to have unstoppables coming out of the left and the right door up there. Now when he launches his solar attacks, they can't actually reach us back here. So all we need to worry about is his cannons shooting at us and the unstoppables that are coming down the ramp. But you don't need to worry about any of the solar balls. You don't need to shoot them out of the sky because they're not going to reach. Yeah, both the champs are easily killed here. Now again, you can either wait at the back here. He does the same number of solar ball attacks. You can just wait them out and then eventually they'll stop and then you can move forward. Or again, we have Skyburner's Oath, so I can actually shoot straight through the shield and shoot it. Good spots back here. He just has to not stand in front of it. Yeah, right against this wall, he's not shooting me either. So I've got 3 shots at the shield generator, as long as he's not standing in front. Alright, shield generator dead. Now I find the safest part of this room is actually where he was, on the opposite side, next to where the oven was, where we were originally. So you do want to kind of use your supers, get past the ads. Because when you're down here, the boss can push you. However, you can use this oven as a safety to get to the other side, and you can just keep going the opposite side from where the boss is. So when he comes down here and it's a bit dangerous, just run through to the other side, especially if he launches those big solar attacks. Get to the other side, and then you can do from here. He'll cross, come over to this side now, but then we can do the same thing. If he does this attack, just come in, cross sides, all the solar balls will go into the wall. It's quite easy just to keep baiting him from side to side. There it is. Nice job, team.
Title. Your champion falls.
Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more. And thanks to our channel members Matt Smolik for the continued support.